Lars Ulrich is a Danish-American drummer and one of the founding members of American heavy metal band Metallica. He was born in Gentofte, Denmark to an upper-middle-class family. A tennis player in his youth, Ulrich moved to Los Angeles, California at age 16 in the summer of 1980 to pursue his training. Though rather than playing tennis, he began playing the drums. After publishing an advertisement in a local Los Angeles newspaper called The Recycler, Ulrich met James Hetfield and formed Metallica. Early life: Lars Ulrich was born on December 26, 1963, in Gentofte, Denmark, the son of Lone and Torben Ulrich. His paternal grandfather was tennis player Einar Ullrich. His paternal grandmother, æʁlrɪk, was from a Jewish family, and as a result, Lars' father was persecuted by the Nazis during World War II. Saxophonist Dexter Gordon was Ulrich's godfather. In February 1973, Lars' father obtained 5 passes for 5 of his friends to a Deep Purple concert that was being held in the same Copenhagen stadium as one of his tournaments. When it was discovered that one of the friends could not go, their ticket was handed over to the 9-year-old Ulrich. The young Ulrich found himself mesmerized by the performance, buying the band's Fireball album the next day. The concert and the album had a considerable impact on Ulrich, inspiring his entrance into the world of rock and roll and later on, heavy metal. As a result of his newfound interest in music, he received his first drum kit from his grandmother at the age of 12, æʁlrɪk. Ulrich originally intended to play tennis, and he moved to America in 1980. In 1981, Ulrich discovered British heavy metal band Diamond Head. He was excited about the band's style of music after purchasing their debut album Lightning to the Nations. He traveled from San Francisco to London to see the band perform live at the Woolwich Odeon. Ulrich remains a fan of Diamond Head and mixed its album The Best of Diamond Head. Upon returning to America, Ulrich placed an ad in a local newspaper looking for musicians to start a band with him. James Hetfield replied to the ad and Metallica was formed. Career. Later in 1981, Ulrich met James Hetfield in Downey, California, and they formed the heavy metal band Metallica. He got the name Metallica from a friend, Ron Quintana, who was brainstorming names for a heavy metal fanzine he was creating, and Metallica was one of the options, the other being Metal Mania. Lars encouraged him to choose Metal Mania, and used the name Metallica for himself. He became known as a pioneer of fast thrash drum beats, featured on many of Metallica's early songs, such as Metal Militia from Kill 'Em All, Fight Fire with Fire from Ride the Lightning, Battery, and Damage Incorporated from Master of Puppets and Dyer's Eve from And Justice for All. He has since been considerably influential due to both the popularity of his band, as well as his drum techniques, such as the double bass drum in the song One, and the opening of Enter Sandman. Since the release of Metallica, Ulrich adopted a less focused and simplified style of drumming, and reduced his kit from a 9-piece to a 7-piece. Ulrich's voice can be heard in the opening seconds of Leper Messiah, and he also counts to 4 in his native Danish on the Saint Anger music video. He made his acting debut in the HBO original film Hemingway and Gellhorn, which began filming in March 2011 and was released on May 28, 2012. Ulrich made a brief cameo appearance as himself in the film Get Him to the Greek, as the partner of the character Jackie Koo in 2012. Ulrich was the focus of the documentary film, Mission to Lars. The film by Kate and Will Spicer concerned their journey with their brother Tom, who lives in a care home in Devon, England and who has Fragile X syndrome, to try to meet Lars at one of Metallica's 2009 gigs in California. Ulrich was also ranked number 5 on the top 5 metal drummers from that metal show. To unwind after certain gigs, Lars listens to jazz. Napster controversy. In April 2000, Ulrich became a vocal opponent of Napster and file sharing as Metallica filed a lawsuit against the company for copyright infringement and racketeering. In July 2000, he testified before the Senate Judiciary Committee after Metallica's entire catalog, including the then unfinished track I Disappear, was found to be freely available for download on the service. The case was settled out of court, resulting in more than 300,000 Napster users being banned from the service. Since the Napster ordeal, Ulrich was quoted by Launchcast as having some regrets. "I wish that I was more. You know, I felt kind of ambushed by the whole thing because I didn't really know enough about what we were getting ourselves into when we jumped. We didn't know enough about the kind of grassroots thing, and what had been going on the last couple of months in the country as this whole new phenomenon was going on. We were just so stuck in our controlling ways of wanting to control everything that had to do with Metallica. So we were caught off guard and we had a little bit of a rougher landing on that one than on other times than when we just blindly leapt. But you know, I'm still proud of the fact that we did leap. And I took a lot of hits and it was difficult." On June 10, 2014, Ulrich was challenged by actor Will Ferrell and Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer Chad Smith to a drum-off because he looked eerily similar to the two. Ferrell and Smith have held a joke feud for years over how the two resembled each other, which culminated in a drum-off in May 2014 on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. 2 days later, Ulrich accepted the challenge, saying it was a little lonely on the sidelines during the first drum-off, given the somewhat forced nature of the look-alike element between Chad Smith and Will Ferrell, when I'm truly the one carrying that dead ringer gene around. Style. Ulrich's drumming style has changed throughout his career. During the 1980s he was known for his fast, aggressive thrash beats. He would often utilize the double bass technique in Latin breakbeats, which has become highly popular among heavy metal drummers. The best examples of this are Metal Militia, Fight Fire with Fire, Battery, Damage, Incorporated, Blackened, One, That Was Just Your Life, All Nightmare Long, and, arguably his most extreme, Dyer's Eve, among others. Ulrich uses groove in his drum style, including clean and fast double bass beats in many songs and heavy drum fills. He has been known to drum in sync with a rhythm guitar played by James Hetfield. However, during the 1990s and early 2000s he simplified his drum rhythms in order to fit the simplification in Metallica's overall musical style. It was a huge contrast to his previous performance and as a result, he was criticized as being a poor drummer. Prior to forming Metallica, it has been said that Lars Ulrich had a small beginner's kit that he never played, and James Hetfield originally did not want to jam with Ulrich due to the drummer's novice abilities. The criticism used to bother me back in the day, and I spent a lot of time overcompensating for that on the early records. But then you wake up one day and you're like, whatever. It hasn't bothered me for about 15 years. I'm no Joey Jordison. I'm no Mike Portnoy, and I have nothing but love and respect and admiration for all those guys. When I hear some of the young dudes, they blow my mind with what they can do with their feet and stuff, but it's not something that makes me go, I need to feel better about myself, so I'm gonna learn how to do what they do with my feet. I'm not a particularly accomplished drummer, but I am very, very, very good at understanding the role of the drums next to James Hetfield's rhythm guitar. I guarantee you I'm the best guy in the world for that, and that's enough for me. This started with Metallica, and very roughly ended with Saint Anger. With Metallica's ninth album, Death Magnetic, Ulrich made a return to his style from the 1980s, in which he played slightly more complex and fast rhythms. Personal life. Ulrich has been married twice. His first marriage was in 1988 to Debbie Jones, a British woman he met on tour, but divorced in 1990 due to Ulrich's constant absence during the recording of Metallica. His second marriage was to Skylar Satinstein, an emergency medicine physician, from 1997 to 2004. They have 2 sons, Mills and Lane. Mills is following his father's footsteps by playing drums for the band My Missing Half. Ulrich dated Danish actress Connie Nielsen from mid-2004 until 2012, after his divorce from Skylar. The couple had their first child, Bryce Thaddeus Ulrich Nielsen, in San Francisco. Nielsen also has another son named Sebastian. Ulrich is currently engaged to fashion model Jessica Miller. When he and the rest of Metallica were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2009, Ulrich was the first Dane to receive the honor. Ulrich, a friend of Noel Gallagher, is a fan of Gallagher's former band Oasis and claimed Gallagher was his inspiration to give up cocaine in 2008. Ulrich has also expressed his desire to sometime play drums in Gallagher's current band Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds. Ulrich admitted to going bald in an interview with Howard Stern in 2011. Equipment: current tour kit, drums are Tama Star Classic Maple, LU Magnetic Orange. Ulrich uses the same kit, in a green finish, in the tuning room and in the studio. In 2013, Ulrich began using the silver drum kit last seen around the filming of S&M, 10 inches A, 8 tom, 12 A, 10 tom, 16 A, 14 floor tom, 16 A, 16 floor tom, 22 A, 16 bass drum, 14 A, 6.5 Lars Ulrich signature snare drum. Note: Ulrich uses the standard Lars Ulrich signature LU-1465 snare live on tour, while he uses both the LU-1465 and LU-1465BB in the studio, depending on what type of sound he wants. Cymbals are Zildjian 14Z custom dyno beat hi-hats, 17 a custom projection crash, 18 a custom projection crash, 19 a custom projection crash, 18 Oriental China trash, 20 Oriental China trash. Note: Ulrich will occasionally use a 22 a custom ping ride when playing live. He has also used splash cymbals in past tours. Drumheads are Remo, toms are coated Emperor Clear Ambassador, bass are Clear Powerstroke 3/Powersonic Ebony Powerstroke 3, snare are coated Controlled Sound Clear Hazy Ambassador. Hardware are Tama and Drum Workshop, Tama Iron Cobra Power Glide Single Pedal, Tama Iron Cobra Lever Glide Hi-Hat Stand, Tama Road Pro Cymbal Stand with Counterweight, Tama Road Pro Cymbal Stand, Tama Road Pro Double Tom Stand, Tama Road Pro Snare Stand, Tama Cymbal Holder, Tama Multiclamp, Tama Hi-Hat Attachment, Tama Ergo Rider Drum Throne, DW Drop Lock Hi-Hat Clutch. Other: Ahead Lars Ulrich Signature Sticks, Colata Regal Tip Lars Ulrich Signature Sticks. Discography: Metallica. Merciful Fate, In the Shadows, References. Further reading: Stefan Chirizi and Metallica. So What? The Good, the Mad, and the Ugly. Broadway. ISBN A0-7679-1881-9. External links, and Justice for All Kit for Roland v. DA-UMSTD12, Lars Ulrich's biography on Metallica.com. Metallica.com. Retrieved January 19, 2012. Lars Kit Setup, Lars Ulrich Drumworld.com profile, New York Times article about Lars art collection, Rock 'n' Roll Hall of Fame, Metallica Fuse TV, Rip It Up video interview in New Zealand, appearances on C-SPAN, Lars Ulrich at the Internet Movie Database, works by or about Lars Ulrich in libraries, Lars Ulrich's St. Anger Tour setup. Tomadron.co.jp. Archived from the original on January 4, 2006. Retrieved February 19, 2006. Lars Ulrich's Load Garage Incorporated /S&M Tour setup. Tama.com. Archived from the original on February 16, 2006. Retrieved February 19, 2006. Napster bans more than 300,000 for downloading Metallica through FalconOnline.com. Retrieved June 19, 2007.